In the future, the number of criminals will grow dramatically. The authorities decided to create a new prison. Criminals were given a choice: instant death or serving time in a tiny box. Whether they will be fed depends on ordinary citizens. And attempts to escape will lead to death. A girl lives in one of these boxes. She was sentenced to 4 years, and for 2 years, she has been living in a box. But due to the lack of supplies, she decides to withdraw. We are transported to another box. 13 wakes up to the sound of a blow. Her hands were tied. All because it's the first day in prison. And ahead of 7 years, red lamps are replaced with green ones. This opens up a small hole. 13 sees that a couple of people were walking next to her. When the green light goes out, the hole closes. And the video starts, where they tell her about her imprisonment. The girl screams that she is innocent, but obviously no one listens to her, and she falls asleep. After a while, a hole opens. The 13th reaches out there and hits the box with a plate. Since no one answers her, she runs her fingers along the walls. In a certain zone, it is electrocuted. With every second, the woman's psyche is being destroyed, and she begins to scratch the steel walls. Another prisoner wakes up. She began to sit for 523 days. Periodically, a person approaches her box and asks if she is alive. One day, she decides to break the lamp. This is noticed by the cameras installed in the box. The punishment is announced on TV. The ceiling slowly descends. She presses herself as close to the floor as possible and asks not to kill her. Suddenly, the voice on the monitor freezes and the ceiling stops. But after a couple of seconds, everything restarts and her punishment continues, sending the woman to the next world. A new day is coming. The 13th continues to study the camera. It's starting to rain. It helps her quench her thirst. After a while, a girl approaches her. She is interested in what she was imprisoned for. Since she was imprisoned for such a long time, she is most likely a political prisoner. Girl gives her water and some food. And he says that the prisoners' lives are in the hands of ordinary citizens. The 13th says again that she did nothing. But the shutters are closing. A new day is coming. The 13th looks at one point and thinks about getting rid of it. But he changes his mind. Many days have passed. They brought her food in a sheet of newspaper. She directs the newspaper at the sunbeam, but she does not know this language, which is why she cannot understand what the news is about. The next time the shutters are opened, 13 probes the surroundings and finds a rubber ball with which she can occupy herself. And at least calm down a little. One way or another, every day happens according to the same pattern. And then sores appeared on the skin. There is another prisoner who was sentenced to 5 years. His I am already destroyed, and he repeats the same phrase, I am where I chose to be. One day, the drone picks up the 13th and moves her box to a new location. A girl finds her there. She says that she read Shakespeare, which was previously banned. 13 doesn't know who she's talking about. The girl says a phrase from Romeo and Juliet. He even wants to give her his book, but the 13th has to refuse. She doesn't want to be punished. Then, the girl shares the food and promises to come and read her a book. 1 year has passed from the grid. The 13th found a mini-book. After reading a couple of phrases, she treats her wounds with water. And in order not to drink dirty water, she pours it on the ground. This is detected by the camera, and, as punishment, her box is returned to the shore under the scorching sun. The girl is interested at 13, that she violated the 13th, is not responsible for, and return the question asks how old she is. The girl says that she walks here and communicates with different prisoners. There's going to be a storm today, so she'll have to leave earlier than usual. As for her age, she's 16. The 13th adds that the girl reminds her of her sister. For the next few days, the 13th mystery reads the book and hides it so that the camera doesn't see anything. The drone moved her to a new place, where a new person met her. A man eats an apple on purpose. The 13th asks to share with her. But for a man, all those who are in boxes are ordinary animals that are not worthy of his help. If his word had decided something, then all the prisoners would have been eliminated instantly. But the man offers a deal. She will allow you to do all sorts of things, and then she will get food. The 13th agrees, and in the midst of the drone, eliminates the man. One of the bullets hurt 13. Still, the 13th took her apple, but it turned out to be wormy, which spoiled her appetite. The red light turns on. She is told that exchanging food for anything is a violation of the rules. She is sentenced to 7 days without sleep. If the 13th also violates something else, she will be eliminated. Bright lights turn on immediately, and the siren does not let you fall asleep. At first, on the 13th, I tried to fall asleep, covering my face with a rag, but this did not protect her from noise in any way. But the second year in the box has come. Once her box was moved to a new place. From there you can see how people are calmly playing golf. And they say that the 13th was convicted illegally, and the locals want to release her. To which the girl approaches, and just a moment later sits inside. She resembles the 13th of some person, but can't remember who exactly. In fact, it's all hallucinations, and the girl inside is the 13th. Before she was put in a cop, and she's not going to be released ahead of time. When the punishment was over, the 13th was able to sleep. Late at night, fireworks were launched in the distance on the occasion of the new year. The residents decided to release all prisoners, except for the term for political affairs. The 13th is very lucky, and she remains in this cube. Due to a lack of vitamins, her hair and teeth begin to fall out. And in the morning, he comes to the women, taking a razor with him. A long time ago, she also sat in a cell for 15 years. And she doesn't like what she's turned into. She doesn't want the same fate for 13, and offers to take Brita away. The 13th is not going to do that. One day, her friend came to her, who was reading her a book, and gives her a drink of water. And then she got a belly. The apple deal is to blame for this. The girl says that her friends want to save the 13th. This activates the alarm, and the girl has to run away. A few days later, a new man arrives. He sees that the 13th has 4 years left to sit, and offers to choose his mercy. This mercy was chosen by another prisoner. Getting rejected by her. Days passed. The 13th notices that part of the structure has rusted, and then she had a baby. This activated a violation of the rules, placing another person in a cell. The chamber is filled with soporific gas. And when the 13th woke up, the child was gone. Due to the rotting of the metal, her cup is periodically filled with water. And when the 13th reached her hand into the hole, the water shorted the device and pressed her hand. It was only when the green lights were turned on that she was able to pull her hand out. There are 999 days left until liberation. Water filled almost the entire chamber. The system detected violations, and when the drone moved it to a new location, lightning strikes directly into the drone. Thanks to this, the box fell into the water, but the 13th was able to get out and swim ashore.